3, 2, 1. Hi again, it's me. And today we're back with the Holstin demo. There was the first scenario with the Janowski house. And now we're playing the tunnel. So this is the action part of the demo. I'm very excited to play it. The puzzle stuff was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. The presentation is top notch. The music is fantastic. The voice acting is very good. And I'm excited to play the second one. So number 2 says the tunnel, the Museum of Warmia Land, combat mechanics, showcase, and roguelike mode. Okay, so I didn't expect it to be roguelike, but let's see how it goes. The interactive exhibition. Okay, so I guess there's different chapters for the full game, but let's see how this goes. Now, if you haven't watched this first part of it, you can go watch it or don't. I don't know. I don't own you. I'm not your father. But it is, I guess, good to get a feel of the game itself, right? So if you want to get to know the characters and the environment and the kind of general feel of the game, you might like it. It establishes in the setting that it's like kind of like some biological virus mass fungus thing is like taking over the world or taking over this part of Poland, and we're just a guy navigating it. That took a while to load.
Uszanowanko, moje nazwisko Przemysław Wodnik.
Wodnik.
Witam na interaktywnej wystawie Muzeum Ziemi Warmińskiej w Olsztynie. Oddział terenowy Jeziorne Kolonia. Tytuł wystawy Holstin. Mechaniki walki i poruszania się. Teraz uskuteczniane są, prace konstrukcyjne, więc sprawy wyglądają nieco inaczej niż powinny. Tymczasowo mamy taką jakby wersję demonstracyjną. I nie wszystko można robić.
Demonstracyjną?
Zapoznaj się pan z tabliczkami w pomieszczeniu, to się pan dowiesz. Potem zapraszam w dalszą część wystawy.
Okay, so this seems to be like a kind of just... Oh, interesting. Now my guy strafes now. Holstin strafes. Interesting. I don't want to leave, but okay. I also don't know what's going on. So let's see what this says. Yes, okay. Some interactions are only accessible from a certain camera angle. Yes, I am familiar with the mechanics. Be sure to look around if you feel like you've missed something of value. Indeed. But it looks like I've missed nothing so far. Okay. Now I actually feel a little bit more disoriented now, because now that I'm strafing, which is interesting.
Jak pan masz już klucz, to możesz po prostu podejść do drzwi bez krępacji. Nie musisz pan wcale zaglądać do ekwipunku.
To byłoby trochę staroświeckie.
Wiadomo, to nowoczesna wystawa, tylko wygląda na starą.
Indeed, thank you, Wodnik. Right. Okay, so this is... But there's another door over here. No. Did I waste my key? Oh my god. That's not good. A horror stink comes from the barrel. Something must have died in there. My hopes and dreams. Okay, so I can find more rusty keys. That is a relief. Batteries. Yes, please. I'm a hoarder. I take everything. Common light in a den of thieves. Pitch dark underground. Colonia. Any daredevil that would find himself. El Dorado of blah blah. Creatures, perhaps. But how did they get there? Maybe the blah blah representing the people tried to blah blah. The tunnel treasures, as historians, blah blah, valuable study, material. One can find some Nazi blah blah before Varmia was recovered. Blah blah blah. Professor Jersey Pilch blah blah blah. Terrorist band of blah blah for several years. Oh, this goes on. There's like 5 pages of this. Scholars still cannot explain blah blah of the common folk. According to a local resident, blah blah, and goons started their blah blah. They took their blah blah respectable blah. started bringing more stuff and blah blah. For now, blah, but that's certainly not blah history of the tunnels. Varmia Land is planning to venture into blah blah. Younger citizens about disturbing peace of blah blah. People's Republic to the reactionary hoodlums still hustle blah blah. I understood almost nothing of it. Go to the inventory and select use on the battery. Open the flashlight. I guess I don't have a flashlight yet. But obviously there's some kind of connection to the government or some kind of political group and this fungus.
Ja już te tunele znam na pamięć, ale można się pogubić, jak się tu jest pierwszy raz. Jak pan nie widzisz, jak przejść dalej, to sobie poświeć latarką. Nie ma się co wstydzić. Zwracam uwagę, prawda, że latarka nie działa, jak nie ma w sobie czego? Baterii.
This is walking through unharmed? Oh. I see. Oh, I'm legit poisoned a little bit. Yeah, that's an interesting mechanic. In the other part of the demo, I was a bit surprised that the plants didn't hurt me. Here we go. The tentacle-like pseudopods hide when electric light shines on them. To conserve batteries, switch the flashlight off by pressing 5 or the R stick. Enemies can see and will react to the flashlight beam. Noted. Okay. So this obviously seems to be just the kind of combat tutorial of the whole thing. Oh. I thought they would honestly just work if I did that, but I guess not.
Zapraszam za mną. Zapraszam, nie ma się czego bać.
Oh, this is like... Okay, I thought it was just a seamless level. But I guess not.
W imieniu całej Rady Nadzorczej naszej placówki mam przyjemność powitać w kolejnej sekcji wystawy. Przypomnę tutaj o tym, że na terenie należy zachować zasady bezpieczeństwa i higieny pracy. Radzę się dobrze skradać, bo na ewentualność jakiejś katastrofy, to wiesz pan.
Jakiej znowu katastrofy?
No wiesz pan, jak ktoś ma pecha, to mu w drewnianym kościele cegła na głowę spadnie. A tutaj, to jak się pan dasz zauważyć, to pana ukatrupią.
To na pewno część wystawy?
No, ale to tylko tak demonstracyjnie, bo to taka demonstracyjna wystawa. W razie W zawsze możesz pan zacząć jeszcze raz.
I'm quite impressed with like the models. You got like real shadows on them. That's actually very neat. Very cool. Not sure what I need to crouch for. Why do I need to crouch? Log date, June 11th, 1979. Employee name, Assistant Curator Mikhail Bazinski, maybe? As a newly appointed Assistant Curator, I was sent to...
Jeziorne Kolonia. Jeziorne Kolonia.
That's how you say it. Jeziorne Kolonia by the Museum of the Vormia Land to examine the underground tunnels that are to be turned into a living exhibition. Having conducted a visual inspection, I am to believe much more time is necessary than we initially assumed. Items of factual historical value need to be sorted out of from the common waste, then prepared and secured. Some are in possession of a group that could possibly prove to be subversive. However, I am sure that after peaceful negotiations, they will gladly help us with this task for the sake of the common good. That's super neat. You know, with the whole setting and everything, it reminds me a lot of Darkwood, which is something that I have, but I have not played. And I should. Maybe a bit too long for this type of channel, but I should try it. More quietly, less visible. Yeah. Turn off your flashlight, blah, 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 blah. Yes, stealth mechanics. I am familiar, and so should you. Ooh. That's not the dude. Interesting. Oh! Actually, I was not expecting that at all. I thought he was a friendly. Okay, thankfully, things are pretty easy to see. It's dark, but it's not actually not that bad. Look at this guy. He teleported here.
Samym skradaniem to pan daleko nie zajdziesz. Bo co pan zrobisz, jak wszędzie będzie jasno? Ale nie bój pan żaby. Na tablicach będzie coś niecoś o unikach i kopniakach. I jak pan przeczytasz, to zapraszam do zabawy. W wojsku był?
Był.
No to pan raczej będziesz wiedział. Ścieżka zdrowia.
Chyba pan żartuje.
Oczywiście, że tak. Taka demonstracyjna ścieżka zdrowia. Na żarty. Chociaż, jak to mówi dzisiejsza młodzież, jak dostaniesz bułę na ryj, to żarty się skończą.
The five on my keyboard is a bit inconvenient to get to. Space to dodge. Ooh, get juked. I got the movement. Ooh, I got schmovement. Okay, but nothing about kicking. Nothing about kicking the zombies, huh?
Przy wyjściu przypomnieć się o pieczątkę do książeczki turystycznej.
Good for him. He's so committed to the job that he's got, like, even in a horrible situation, he's just a happy-go-lucky guy. He is committed to the bit. I wonder if there's anything like interactive here, but it seems like there isn't. Ooh. I think I'm stuck here. I think I actually can't move forward. That's actually kind of lame. But looks like I gotta move. I gotta boogie. Later, losers. We made it. Not too bad. I wonder how this will play out in the real game, though. A TV with a broken matrix and crochet doily on top. Okay. I don't know what a matrix on a TV is for. A school notebook with unfinished homework. Describe your imaginary friend and write what you would do if they were real. And then I would expect 2 sentences out of these kids. You found ardor. I have no idea what that is. Looks like vodka. Some kind of gin.
Dzieciaki
White liquor.
to bez przerwy coś zostawiają. Piecia, słodycze, albo i całe tornistry.
Yes, sir. So, left mouse button to kick. Kicking pushes back enemies and you can knock them down. Some objects such as wooden crates and barrels can be destroyed by kicking. Noted. November 3rd. I found a shelter to live in. It's like a new chapter in life, so I'm going to write about it. Isidore told me to do so, to keep a log. It's good for keeping the mind busy, he says. Took me from the street and showed me the tunnels. I didn't know you could live there. Thought the police shoo people like us away. So now, there's me and Isidore. And there's also Ginek, Mundek, and Lotzia. It's dark and humid in there, but it's less cold than in the street. Lotzia said that Provost Antony will visit us tomorrow. I feel tired, so I'm going to lie down and try to sleep. I won't feel the rain falling down on my head for the first time in forever. And I assume that's who these zombies are. You know what? I actually never... It never struck me to travel in tunnels as a younger man. So it's a bit funny when you hear these stories like that, or you read something like that, you're like, oh, I was in the tunnels, man. I mean, unless they're like older people and they're homeless or something, but it just never struck me as interesting to explore a tunnel. You know what I mean? Ooh. 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 I died. Oh, that's actually... That was actually... It was a little bit hard. But I think it's because I can't... It's hard to, like, aim. Yeah, it's hard to, like, aim. Because I'm trying to do this, or I'm trying to aim with my mouse, but the angle didn't always align. Look at that. I'm facing that way. Okay. That's a bit clunky. I would like I like that to be fixed. But not up to me. Alcohol and herbs. Okay, oh, it's completely, so it's a health drink. Interesting.
Jakbyś kiedyś się pan widział z zarządem, to proszę jakieś miłe słówko o mnie szepnąć.
Sure, Vodnik, you and I are best buddies now. Kicking and dodging are useful when you are swarmed by enemies. No joke. Both abilities have different strengths and drawbacks. Properly used, any of them may be a difference between life and death. Common light in a den of thieves. Not many decent citizens. Pitch dark underground tunnels. Zhiorzne Kolonia. Any daredevil that would find himself will stumble upon an El Dorado of creatures, perhaps. But how did they get there? Maybe the blank representing the people tried to... The mystery. El Dorado, huh? The tunnel treasures, as historians blank, come from valuable study material. Before Varmia, one can find some Nazi something, treasures I presume, before Varmia was recovered. Professor Jerzy Pilch, after Nazis were blank, terror span of blank enemies found for several years. Scholars still cannot explain how all these things of the common folk, according to a local resident, Iwona Sobczak, and goons started there. They took respectable and hid it deeper, started bringing more stuff, and for now, but that's certainly not blank history of the tunnels. Varmia land is planning to venture into the depths and blank younger citizens about disturbing piece of something should take place in this something of the People's Republic. The reactionary hoodlums still hustle. All right, so there must be some kind of treasure hunt going on then. Armchairs whose upholstery is covered in sick burns and stains. Hopefully it's just blood. Hopefully. It is super hard to get the angle. Maybe if I do it on this kind of plane. Yeah, it's a bit better. You're in the way. Okay. You're taking too long to die. Ooh. It's a bit hard to navigate. Ooh, please don't touch me.
Proszę,
Brutal.
proszę. Widzę, że nawet się pan nie zgrzałeś.
I did.
Aż dziwne.
I died one time.
A no tak, przepraszam pana. Zapomniałem powiedzieć o jednej rzeczy.
Jeszcze jakieś młodzieżowe powiedzonko?
Musimy porozmawiać o energii. Może na następnej części wystawy. Naprzód, młodzieży świata.
So far, I wish this was kind of like a story type of mission, but I wish it wasn't a tutorial. You
No
know,
dobrze, teraz
surely we
możemy
can
rozmawiać o tej energii.
do this a bit
Otóż widzisz pan, na dole
better.
masz pan taki biały pasek.
Jaki pasek?
No tu, na dole. On pokazuje, ile pan masz energii.
O czym pan w ogóle mówi?
Naprawdę go nie ma? A to szkoda. Ale jak się przestanie o nim mówić, to się pojawia z powrotem. I jak pan coś kopniesz,
Breaking the
albo
fourth
będziesz
wall.
robił jakieś inne męczące rzeczy, to ten pasek się trochę skróci. To znaczy, że się pan męczysz i trzeba trochę odpocząć.
Hey, thanks for the messages you left for me. I thought I could make some for you. I first came here because of my stinky bumhole brothers don't let me play with them. My mom tells me don't worry, just go play with the other girls, but I want to know their secret base. I follow them to find out where they sneak away at night. Then you remember what happened on Saturday. When Risiek found me, he was mad at me, but I told him to let me stay and I won't tell mom. So now I can play with them. The tunnels are kind of scary and very dark. There are many things there, smelly clothes, cans with very old food. There's an old fridge and many other things. I also found a pretty mirror and Kakber let me take it home. I'll show it to you when you come out.
Kacper.
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 Cool. P.S. It's okay that you're afraid to come out, but we and the people here are nice. I'll keep writing to you about them and leaving notes here, so maybe you won't be so afraid. What a nice little girl. She was so helpful. Oh, I see. So it's not an infinite amount of energy. That's what he was talking about. So I have to like recharge after that? I can't even run.
No i z tą, prawda, energią czasami jest różnie. Jak pana ktoś walnie, to jest, dostaniesz pan w nos, to ten pasek robi się, no, jaki?
Krótszy?
Nie, ma się rozumieć, że nie. Krótszy się robi, jak pan kogoś kopniesz, albo coś w tym rodzaju, prawda? Jak to pana ktoś kopie, to robi się czerwony. Może ja zrobię, żeby było łatwiej zrozumieć. Uwaga,
Are you gonna kick me?
pokazuję i objaśniam.
Oh my god.
Co pan robi?
Hit me hard.
Teraz zapraszam do właściwej sekcji wystawy, w której nauczysz się pan, co zrobić dalej. Proszę się nie przejmować, do wesela się zagoi.
This man hit me like a truck. So you promised me it would heal soon. Oh my god. Oh, I thought it was like a healing thing. I guess not. In the game's full version, you'll be able to upgrade Thomas's abilities and weapons. Okay. Well, man, I kind of assumed so. You didn't have to tell me that. Maybe I like to be surprised instead. The springs sticking out of this mattress aren't the worst. The brownish stains are the more troubling. Indeed. Yeah, I'm not healing, old man.
Śmiało, śmiało. Musisz pan pokazać, jaki jesteś zuch. Noż do jasnej kurwy nędzy.
Thank you. What a good guy. What a sweetheart. This guy's nuts.
Noż do jasnej kurwy nędzy.
Actually, I might be better off just hiding. Ooh, get juked. I have no stamina though. Alright. Look at this guy.
No proszę, jaki piękny kawaler. Zdrów jak ryc.
Nie
I
podoba
died
mi się
twice.
to.
A następna sekcja jest jeszcze lepsza.
Nie może mnie pan po prostu wypuścić?
Oj. Naprawdę się panu nie podoba? To ja strajkuję. Koniec zwiedzania dla pana. Dopóki pan nie spełnisz moich żądań.
Czyli mogę sobie stąd iść?
Oczywiście, że nie. To jest muzeum. Ktoś musi zwiedzać, a ktoś musi oprowadzać. Taka jest kolej rzeczy. Od teraz pan jesteś przewodnik, a ja tu zwiedzam.
Nie na tym polega strajk.
Jak pan chcesz dyskutować, to na moich warunkach. Jako przewodniczący komitetu strajkowego prezentuję, prawda, żądania. Do kontynuacji zwiedzania potrzebne jest zakończenie marudzenia i obrazek z papieżem.
Obrazek z
Picture
papieżem.
of the Pope.
Aha, czyli
Pope John Paul
przestanie
II.
marudzenia nie jest takim problemem. Tak, obrazek z papieżem. Przecież to strajk. Na pewno Ojciec Święty go wspiera. Obrazek symbolicznie wystarczy. Przecież jego eminencja tu nie będzie się wlókł pod ziemię.
That's kind of funny. If this game was in the 90s, then I think it might be Pope John Paul II, maybe. I don't know. Maybe Pope John Paul I? Don't know. P64. A small handgun using 9mm caliber rounds. Very simple in construction and moderately reliable. Okay, well, I don't like the sound of that. Alright. Hold right mouse button. Energy isn't restored while moving in aiming mode. You can't enter aiming mode in safe areas, but you can still reload your weapons and use healing items. Okay. Okay. I can't shoot this dude? I feel like you should allow me to shoot this dude. I love that. Look at that. Ooh. Wow. If enemies are like that, like just shoot this massive spikes, then that's gonna cause me a lot of trouble. It looks so cool. The gun, the aiming. Not enough space. Okay, so let's use some of these things. Nails. Okay, so let's heal ourselves. Oh, maybe I should have used that with the alcohol. Oh well. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, I guess, huh? Unnecessary actions may draw unwanted attention. Make sure to heal and reload your weapons before stepping within the earshot of your enemies. Good advice. So I gotta find a picture of the Pope, but I guess that might be on the other side, maybe? Look at that. Look how cool this looks, dude. Ooh, recovery is like pretty iffy. I don't really recover that much at all, really. Cool. Look at me, like I'm just exhausted from 2 kicks. This guy he has no stamina. Okay, you know what? I've had enough of you. This guy, he's got to go. I really like the way that looks. This guy just threw a bomb at me? Oh, did I run out of bullets? I ran out of bullets. Them's the breaks. Yeah, okay, so clearly it's leaning farther into the survival horror aspect of it, where just guns obviously don't really work that well. That actually just might be better off. He probably can't see me now that he's headless. I can see how in like the main game this would be very tense. Gunpowder and nails. I wonder if I could make a... Is that how that works? Is that how one makes bullets? I wonder. I can't combine it. I can't reload it. Says you. Now, I don't know anything about guns, but that doesn't sound right to me. Okay. But that's the game's problem, not mine. Alcohol, but no herbs. Alright. We got 1, 2, 3 dudes in the distance. Okay. Why does this man have like a supernova? Get out of here. Ooh. What kind of monsters are these? Okay. So I might be just better off just shooting their heads. Yeah, look at that. I can't even shoot him like that. Okay. We made it out alive. That guy is just definitely that's the one to watch out for. No Pope picture, though. I hope I don't have to backtrack for that. November 4th. I had quite a good night. Gianek has had a bad cough and he woke me up a couple of times, but I guess I can get used to it. There are many things here in the tunnels. Clothes, single shoes, some furniture, and old equipment. Even canned food and some old meds. That sounds like a hint for the later game. That sounds like things that I can find later. Isidore says they were left by the German soldiers and people who lived there after the war, and some bums, junkies, and teenagers who ran away from home. In the afternoon, Provost Anthony came here. He gave us some blankets and talked to us. He's a kind man. He asked us what we need and promised to organize a fundraiser in church. Left us the Bible and showed us what to read first. I think I'm good here. Sometimes all you need, some canned food and a Bible, I guess. What can I say? Ammunition and materials needed to create it are not easy to come by. On the contrary, I found a lot of it. Sometimes it's a good idea to avoid combat if you don't have enough resources. Yeah. I can definitely see that'll get me into trouble later. Coffeeco. Caffeine candy. It's not coffee, but it still gives it a bit of a kick. Completely restores energy and temporarily freezes its consumption. Ooh. I think I've seen that candy. It looks familiar. The wrapping looks familiar. But I don't know. I see a lot of things, dude. I see a lot of things. Oh man, so I didn't see any pulp picture. So I might have to like backtrack. Unless it's here. Log date, July 24th, 1979. Employee name, Assistant Curator Mikhail Baczynski. I was able to conduct a more detailed inspection of the items located in the tunnels. It turned out that there are German uniforms from World War II, books from the 1930s and early 1940s, various pieces of silver cutlery, and unique pieces of clothing. I kindly asked the museum board to send professionals who would provide detailed descriptions and help secure the objects. Their help would be needed to to clean and sort waste from items that would serve as our future exhibits. One person qualified in negotiations would also be essential to persuade residents to relocate. With a bit of time, it would be our most beautiful exhibition. I see. So some kind of Nazi magic. A telephone card. Okay. That's the Pope. Some kind of Nazi treasure. Which is actually... That's kind of... It's a simple concept, isn't it? What's a simple concept? It's like Indiana Jones in a way.
Taki może być?
Ojej, jak żywy. Zwycięstwo ludu pracującego.
For the proletariats, let's
Się
go.
robi. Teraz musimy nadrobić czas, który żeśmy zmarnowali. Bo nie wyrobimy normy.
That's the next part. Okay. A handful of guns. So looks like we're coming up on the end of the tutorial.
Z tych eksponatów, które pan zobaczysz w tej części demonstracji, zarząd jest naprawdę zadowolony. Dużo się napracowali i mają nadzieję, że się panu spodoba. Tylko nie popsuj pan, bo dla innych też musi starczyć.
Skoro tak się napracowali, to nie powinno się tak od razu zepsuć.
Niby tak, ale wiesz pan jak jest.
Alrighty. Hey again. Last night we played treasure hunt in the tunnels. I saw a dead rat. I didn't scream, really. But there's something else. Some people live there. Can you imagine? Living underground, like dwarfs from that book about Orphan Mary. My brothers know them. They act goofy and smell weird, but they're nice. Mr. Zutek showed me his foot. He has no toe. He's funny. You'd like him. He says there are ghosts in there and he hears them yelling at night and they steal things. I'll keep that in mind. Ghosts are no joke. No, they're not. P.S. Write your name so I can address those letters nicely. I will not. Cool. Items in the top row of the inventory are assigned to quick slots. If an item can be used from a quick slot, it will show up in the HUD in the bottom right corner. Selecting a weapon from a quick slot will equip it. Healing, energizing items will be used. But how do I? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess so. We'll just leave it like that. So everything can be convenience.
Kiedy to będzie wszystko gotowe? Panie, kto to wie? Rok, dwa. 24 najwcześniej.
2024. Aha. Okay. All right. I did my part. Ooh. Yeah, that's the guy I want to worry about. This guy. Ooh. There you go. Man, what a jerk. He took all my bullets. Okay, actually, this guy needs to go down. Yeah, don't bother me. Don't bother me. I'm busy. A washing machine loaded with damp tatters. It's not connected though. Alright, so let's take the coffee go. Oh, my ears ringing from like so much caffeine. I'm a greedy bastard. I need more. An AK-17. Neat. Scrap. Nails. A shotgun would be nice. An AK-17 is a good automatic rifle. It makes up for its pure precision with rate of fire. You can craft rifle ammunition by combining nails and scrap. Cool. Don't mind if I do. Oh, I can... That's neat. Hey, boss man.
Gablotki to mamy klasa światowa, co nie?
Yeah, I mean, they're okay. You got mannequins and guns here, so that's okay. That's okay with me. Okay, so it hits hard, at least. Yeah. So let's leave them scrambling as we get out of here. Ooh. It's always a bit worrisome when enemies can open doors. That's the scariest part. When enemies can open doors or climb ladders. Ooh. You don't scare me. Alright. A shotgun. I can't pronounce that, but I am happy to see it. Okay, so let's make some stuff.
Jakbyś kiedyś się pan widział z zarządem.
Yeah, you already asked me that. Log date, September 16th, 1980. Again, Mikhail. Mikhail? The work is going on splendidly. Just yesterday, an elderly resident of Zhiorzhna Kolonia shared an interesting story with us that can be categorized as a legend. He claims that these passages were built by the Nazis to keep prisoners there and torture them. After the war, the soldiers left the tunnels without unlocking the rooms. It is believed that people who were there, who were forgotten about and died there, haunt this place to this day. It's surely worth being included in our exhibition description. As for the date of opening, still nothing can be said with certainty, but a year and a half seems to be a valid perspective. We're encountering a multitude of technical difficulties, including loss of equipment, electricity shortages, as well as a lack of cooperation from the residents. Speaking of which, I want to take notice that my plea for negotiation expert was left unanswered. Mikhail having a world of trouble. Poor guy. Oh, no. Oh, okay. No.
Damn. Do jasnej kurwy nędzy.
It says that, like, it's survival horror, but it's also just like, it is a good idea to actually fight these things, it seems like. So, let's use the shotgun. Oh, yeah. You. You're next. This guy's arm's all the way over here. It's all the way over here. Wow. Strong guy, what can I say? Okay. This guy might be the biggest issue. Alright. It's a bit ridiculous that this dude, he loses stamina so easily. Although I guess it would be fixed in the full game where I can like upgrade my stats and stuff, but right now it's a little bit ridiculous. That's all it takes, just to kind of like just shoot him in the face and just kick him down. That's it.
Jak tam wrażenia?
What's up, big boy?
Chyba nieźle się pan prezes spisał, prawda? Zawsze po tej części lubię się trochę zatrzymać, odsapnąć i zapytać, jak się podoba. Bo to takie, prawda, oczko w głowie Rady Nadzorczej zawsze było. Niektóre eksponaty szefostwo z własnych kolekcji użyczyli nawet. I jak się podoba? Albo nie. Nie mów pan. Dostaniesz pan do wypełnienia formularzyk.
Muszę?
Ale to tylko chwilka będzie. I to jeszcze taki nowoczesny, elektroniczny. No, a teraz zarząd chce
This is breaking the fourth wall all over the place.
co tu tę wystawę, prawda, zaprezentowali.
Okay. Thank you, Sanka. All right, so this was the part two, the action part of the demo.
W imieniu prezesa dziękuję za odwiedzenie wystawy. Prosimy o wypełnienie formularza i dodanie naszego Holstina na listę życzeń.
You should. All right, let's take a look at this thing. Let's give her a little bit of a review here, I guess, through the feedback form. You and I will take a look at it. All right, so let's check this out. I tried to fill this out earlier, but I didn't finish the action part of the demo. So I was thinking about saving this for later. So let's give her a review through the feedback. All right. How familiar are you with classic survival horror games? That is about an 8. Yeah, I don't know everything about it, but I've definitely played Resident Evil. I have played Silent Hill. I love Silent Hill. How would you rate Holstin the Janowski house demo? Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was about a 9A material for sure. The perspective, everything. The puzzles, the perspective, the voice acting. I love it. What did you dislike about the first demo, the Janowski house? The dull knife puzzle was a little bit unclear for me. Yes, that did confuse me. Was the input scheme intuitive? Yeah, it was perfectly fine. The inventory system was perfectly fine. My favorite weapon in the tunnel, the shotgun, easily. My least favorite weapon in the tunnel, the pistol. Unless it's like a revolver or like a Desert Eagle, when is the pistol ever the best weapon? You know what I mean? Kick or dodge? I did kick way more often, but I like having both as an option. Even though, like, no, both is good. Even though it wastes so much stamina, because kick to kind of like immobilize them, and then dodge to like just having an extra option what to do. I feel like you shouldn't take away options from the players like that. Not necessarily you should add more, but if the option is there, I don't think you should take that away. It doesn't feel overpowered anyway. Did you like the amount of resources you had? A bit too much. What did you think about the transition from isometric perspective to over the shoulder while aiming? It is the best. I love it. It is fantastic. That is so cool. But the camera angle and me strafing, like if it was like, I get it in the combat section, but it was like tank controls in the Janowski house, and it was like strafing in the sewers, in the tunnel. I didn't like the controls in the tunnel. What do you think about the difficulty? Perfect. Yeah, it's fine. The tunnel demo, that was about, if 7 is a C grade, a 7, because I didn't like, it was just a tutorial, and I wasn't a big fan. Like I felt like the house was like legit lore that I was getting, but this was like a tutorial with a little bit of lore, and it wasn't a slog or nothing, but it was definitely, I don't know, didn't like it. What did you dislike about the second demo, the tunnel? The camera was janky. In the overhead perspective. What did you enjoy the most about the second demo? The gunplay. Hell yeah, brother. Was the performance smooth? Yes. What's your processor and graphics card? I only know my graphics card, which is 2070 Super. How old are you? We'll leave that empty. Great. So that is it. That's the demo. I left my review. I liked it quite a bit. It was okay. The tunnel demo was okay. I liked the puzzles way more. It was much more atmospheric, and I digged it way more. I dug it way more. But this tunnel challenge, I don't know what this is. Let's give it a shot before I close out the video. Oh, I wonder if it's like, it is roguelike. He did mention that. Okay, so let's... No, we can do it. We can do it. Ooh. I'm dead. 151. Okay, 100 meters, 150 meters. Definitely not as impressive as I would like. But I tried it. And it definitely gives like a bit of replayability to the demo. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you can try that out. It's pretty cool. All right, guys. So that was the second part of the demo. That was the action part of the demo. If you liked it, you can give it a download, put it on your wish list on Steam, and anything else. But I certainly had a good time. It looked fantastic, but definitely, maybe it's just because I'm playing it on mouse and keyboard that the action feels a bit janky and wonky. But maybe in the final version of it, it would be much easier to use. I hope so. But guys, that's going to be all from me. Holstin, action demo, Sonka, fight for the future. And I will catch you in the next one.